Okay. Impromptu live starting now. About 10 minutes too soon. I'm early. Yep, I'm early. I'm a little on the early side. Okay, I will start talking in just a minute, because I'm still getting my stuff together here. Very impromptu stream. Okay, yeah, no one's here yet, so good. We're just talking along, just chilling. Yep, just sitting here, hanging out, waiting for someone to come in. Ooh, I found. Oh, there's a live button thingy. I'm just gonna press buttons while I'm waiting. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm just. Okay, I'm just gonna stop pressing buttons here. Well, oh, hey there, Teresa. I'm waiting on Juju. She should be here soon. I was gonna wait 15 minutes because I had to grab something to drink and get everything set up, and then ended up getting done faster than 15 minutes took. So Juju's on her way. She's a coming. The others, I don't know where they went. They just like scattered. But I'm sure they've seen like the notification. They'll come in a minute. I'm just gonna hang out, chill for a minute. Sip on this bubble water that I might have bubbled 6 or 7 times. Too much. Kind of digging on this bubble water thing. Yeah. Accidentally bubbled one, forgot to put it in the fridge, and bam, it was still bubbly the next day. It's like, I should have got this soda stream thing years ago. But yeah, I told Juju that I needed just a minute and I'd go live, and it ended up being like literally just a minute, and I went live. So, well, I'm glad you did check. I think Juju's here. That or someone else is lurking. I know. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to take a little longer to get the laptop in here, and um, I was getting the laptop in here. I had to bubble some more water. Juju, I lost number of counts, and I think I bubbled it 6 or 7 times. Hey, Sal. Sal's in here. All right, Juju, this one's for you. So we can talk for a few minutes. You're over caffeinated. I'm under caffeinated. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into tonight. I still might make. Um, oh, cool. Thank you, Teresa. I really, really need to get on the whole Discord thing and figuring out how it works and get into some more people's Discords. Because, like, I know Claire has one, and someone else has one. And yeah, I just haven't gotten into the whole uh, adding on, getting links and asking for invites yet. I got some fall candles. I'm very excited about that. They're all apple scented. So I can't use incense. I'm very upset about that. I really, 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 really want to get some incense, but my husband is highly allergic to them. It sucks. I'm allergic to dust and all the outdoor like pollen and stuff. He's allergic to incense. Oh man, that sounds good. I haven't made like a chicken pot pie in years. I've made chicken and dumplings, which is kind of the same thing, except you cook the dumplings, you cook the biscuits in it and not on it. But I cook that like all the time because it's like easy. You can throw some chicken in a crock pot and then some veggies and some biscuits and a can of soup and boom, done. Yeah, I know Grace tends to go to sleep like kind of early. I know she's on vacay right now, so I would not be surprised if she, you know, took a little nappy nap. But oh, I thought I hit my dog. Who was the controller? I've been trying to play video games again since I have so much free time on my hands. We'll see how that goes. I used to love playing video games. I do like the puzzle games and stuff. I have played like The Last of Us and Fallout 4 and games like that and Call of Duty. But my real love is the puzzle games. So yeah, been trying those out. See if I can, since I have glasses now and I haven't been able to do. I get migraines really easily. So I was hoping Juju's here. I didn't notice she was here. Look, I found someone. Okay. I found a Jujubee.
What's up, everybody? I'm muted.
You're muted?
I don't know. No, you can hear me. I'm
I
not.
can hear you. I was like, wait, you're muted? How are you muted?
Oh, I was watching on the... I'm dumb.
No, you're not.
I was watching on regular YouTube.
Oh.
So my little guy wasn't showing that I was talking, and I was like, oh, no one can hear me.
The other day, like my little guy wasn't like the mic thing wasn't lighting up, so I didn't think I was talking, like anyone was hearing me. I was totally just rambling. And then there was one day I was doing it, and I wasn't even on the stream. It was great.
Well, I did it the one day, and you guys all in chat were like, hey, you're muted. So I unmute myself, keep talking, and you're like, yeah, you're muted. I was like, what? And my headphones weren't plugged in all the way. So the first 5 minutes of my stream was just silence.
Yeah, because we were like wondering, it's like, nothing's going on. We see your guy, and there's nothing.
And I cracked some quality jokes in that time, and by the time I got on stream, I'm like, meh. They're wasted now.
I'm like, here, I'm going to do some shameless self-promotion. It's like, we got a lot of people in here. It's like, I'm going to take advantage of that. Oh, no, we really weren't messing with you.
With me?
Yeah, that day. Teresa
was no, I was really muted, Teresa. No, it's great. I think I had stayed up the whole night before too. And I was so tired. Then I get in there and everyone's like, we see you, but we can't hear you. Oh, well. What was I was just going to say something. I don't know.
So I was trying to get ready, and I was getting my soda water together, right? I was like, oh God, I gotta make some more. So I get my little bottle out, and it's got really, really cold water in it. I shove it in the soda stream, right? And I'm pumping it full of bubbles. And I think I was like, is this 5 or is this 6? Or am I on 7? So I don't know how carbonated this water is. It's somewhere between 5 and 7. Hi, Nikki. I overbubbled my water.
I appreciate that you'll drink that on stream. I will not.
It's like by the time I think to, go and mute, I'm like, man, I forgot to mute. But
I'm real conscious of it because of KJ and how much it drives me insane.
She slurps though.
There's something about the way she drinks that makes me cuckoo insane. I don't know. Something with her straw hits inside that steel tumbler, and then the way she sets, I don't know, the whole thing. I'm like, mute every time you take a sip.
or go off camera. Just lean over, take a sip.
It can, Teresa. That's why because I like mine really bubbly. So that's why I'm like, better not risk it. And sometimes I'm a little slow on the mute button. Yeah, the way she drinks is super irritating, isn't it?
I don't know. And then sometimes when she's drinking, it's like she's over like, like you could actually hear her sucking on the straw, and it's like, no, stop it.
It's one of those really dumb things. Yeah, and something about like the way she puts the straw in her mouth, the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm sure it did not used to drive me as insane, but and then like I listened to one of my streams back, and I'm like, I think you can hear me setting my drink down. So I kept trying like different coasters, and I'm like, I think I can still hear it. No one's
Well,
ever said anything to me about it, but I'm just like, it's one of those weird things I'm paranoid about.
did you see how she kissed Todd? It was so weird how she. Yo, man, yeah. There's some people that just should not like do the public displays of affection. She is one of them. But you know what I do notice about when you're drinking, Juju? When you
What?
mute, it's like you mute. It's like she's taking a drink.
I do. I explained that one day. I'm like, sometimes when I take these really long breaks, it's because I'm taking a sip.
Yeah, I caught on to that. I was like, oh, that's what that is.
Yep.
But it's like you kind of have to actually be like listening, like have headphones in, or like be listening for it. Otherwise, you can't tell.
Yeah, because it is weird. Like, it's a different silence when the person mutes. And then for a second, you're like, are they gone? Did they fall? Like,
Do they fall off?
yeah, is my internet out? Is it on my end? That's what I always do. Like, you'll mute, and then I'm like, is Nancy still here?
Sometimes I have to like keep watching and make sure the cats aren't getting near the router, because so many times before they have like knocked the internet off, like the router off of where we keep it, and then it comes unplugged, and then all the internet's out. And it's like, man,
Man,
that's
mine's
so
in my
annoying.
basement. That's
Mine's,
why. It's
mine's
like,
in the front room, like right by the window.
like, my cat could never get to mine. Thank goodness. But also, I can't. And sometimes, like, when my internet would go out and I'd call the company, they would be like, okay, reset the router. And I'd be like, I am 2 floors away from the router. Like, I'm not. And I'd be like, okay, I did it. I'm like, I'm not climbing all the way down there. I don't care that much. Like, do it from far away. You can do it.
Well, now they have it to where you can like go. I don't. Well, I know Xfinity does. I don't know about anyone else, but you can actually like log into your account, and they'll say, "Have you tried restarting your browser? Do that now." And there's a button that you can do it yourself. So that's pretty cool. But my cats like the little flashing lights, so they go after the box. I'm like, I need to like tape the lights off so they can't see it, but then I can't see it, so it's like that's defeating the purpose.
That's funny. I wouldn't think that. Well, maybe I guess it would attract them.
Yeah, it'd be different if like they weren't like flashing in like a sequence or something, but oh yeah, they're flashing in sequence. So
See, my cat would have been like maybe curious for a day, and then he would figure that stuff out. So he'll like fall for a trick once, and then he was like, "I'm on to you." Like, I'm telling you, he was a scientist, and he worked for NASA.
he probably wasn't. The only cat that we have that is that smart is Meatloaf. He's the only one that is actually intelligent. The rest of them are always doing the jackassiest of things. I'm telling you. It's like, you're going to fall. Why did you jump all the way up there? You can't get down. Now I have to come up there and get you.
Like, and Meatloaf looked like the orange version of my cat. I mean, my cat was crazy smart. Like, it was scary sometimes. And sometimes I could see him learning. Like, you could see him doing physics and math in his head, and I'd be like, stop it. Stop whatever you're learning right now.
It's like you're learning how to get outside. Stop it.
He figured out one, he could open the sliding glass door. Didn't know that. So one day, every time I walked to my kitchen, I would see him in the backyard, and I was like, how is the cat getting outside? And I would like go get him. I'd bring him back in, and then he'd just go back over to the sliding glass door. And then he made the mistake. I think he was like, she hasn't figured out I can do this yet, and it is awesome. So I was like sitting at my desk working on my computer, and he looked at me and then looked back at the door, looked at me again, and then just opened the door. And I was like, what? That's terrible information to have. And then he, like, the entryway closet, it took him like 6 years to get that one. But he would work on it on a regular basis. And he'd be like, I'll get it. I'll get the code to like where to tap on this door and get it open. And when he finally got it open, there were like 3 days he would open it. Then he'd come get me and be like, look at this. Look what I did. And then finally he was like, well, I'll check that off my list. And he never opened it again.
It's like, I finally got it. I don't need to do it again.
Yep.
It's like, I'm done. It's like, it took me this long. I'm good now.
Well, and right after he passed away, I heard my bathroom door opens up to like my linen closet door. So sometimes like the doorknobs will hit each other.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go into the linen closet. So one night I was sitting in the other room and I heard the two doors hit each other. And of course I was like, he's here. Like Ghost Squid is here.
He's watching after you.
So I was texting my friend who, like, I don't know, loved him. She was his other favorite person. And she was all on board with the ghost theory. And then the next day she goes, yeah, I heard there was an earthquake yesterday.
Oh.
And I was like, that actually relieves me a bit. Because I did not feel him in the house. But I heard those doors like hitting each other.
Yeah, it's better that, it was just an earthquake and not something other than the squid ghost, I take that back. I said that Meatloaf was probably the smartest cat in the house. Beryl is kind of smart, but he's a smart ass. And he does things to be like, ha, I can do this. And it finally got back at him one day. He figured out my bedroom door, right? It enters from our living room. The other bedrooms are on the other side of the house. So he learned if he went running at my bedroom door and hit it, it would fly open. And it's because the latch was kind of messed up and my husband hadn't fixed it yet. So he kept doing it. And in the middle of the night, it was making my husband very upset because it was waking him up. So he decided to fix the latch. But Beryl was outside while it was getting fixed, so he didn't know it had happened. So later that night, we hear the cats, and then we hear running, and then all of a sudden we hear Squid right at the door. I opened the door, and he's like sitting there all stunned, like the door didn't open.
It's like, what happened?
He was like, what did you do? Like, why did you do that to me? But he will like put his paws under doors to try to open them, like the bathroom door. If my youngest kiddo's in the bathroom, he's like literally trying to open the door on her.
Squid would do that too. And then when people would come over, if like we were outside having a barbecue or whatever, and they would go to the bathroom, he would go in there with people, and they were like, "I didn't know what to do. Your cat came in with me." I'm like, "Well, just welcome him in."
It's like he wants to make sure you didn't fall in.
Yeah.
He was gauging how smart your friends were. See, that's what he was doing. It's like if they fall in the toilet, then we know they don't belong.
Well, my bathroom door sometimes would get stuck. So you could get locked in there. Like the doorknob would fall off because they're the original doorknobs.
Oh.
At one time, I kept like a screwdriver in the linen closet, but I, of course, didn't tell everyone who went in there. So one day we were out on the patio, and luckily I have a window in the bathroom, and I just heard, "Help! Help! I'm stuck in the bathroom." I was like, "I'll come rescue you," because that is really scary when the doorknob comes off in your hand.
Yeah, and you don't know how to get out, and if you know, I can imagine if someone who like was like not your friend, or was just coming over for like, maybe sign a will, or insurance papers, and they used your bathroom, they'd probably be like, oh my god, they brought me here to kill me. My brain goes weird places. I'm sorry. It's like, oh no, I'm doomed.
I'm like, I fixed it. It doesn't happen anymore.
Oh, okay.
You guys are making me really hungry, and I would like some sausage and peppers over rice, please.
Yes, that actually sounds pretty good. I had a sandwich tonight, so that was me.
I know. I did too. I was too tired. I did get a lot done today, though.
I didn't get anything done today. Nope. Nope. I'm still, still just doing that whole healing thing. We were gonna clean out, like we were gonna start on the pantry, but then I forgot that my sister was coming to get my sister-in-law, and they were taking off. And I was like, but we had plans, and they were like, concert overrides your plans. Sorry. I was like, dang it. Oh well, we'll do it. We'll do it later.
Tomorrow night, Teresa, it was the chopping of the onions and the peppers that I was like, I can't. I just can't. And I kind of got distracted, and it was late, and I was already hungry, and I didn't want to let it cook long enough. And then I debated. I was like, well, I'll just eat whatever, and then I'll make it later tonight, and it'll be good because it'll sit overnight. Because you know how chili like gets better. But then EKC streamed, and I said, forget it. But all the stuff is lined up in my fridge, and tomorrow really is the day.
Tomorrow is chili day. That actually sounds like a good idea, but I don't have the stuff to make chili.
I'm making Teresa's recipe.
Oh.
Which I've been saying for like a month I'm going to make it, and I still haven't. And then I was like, Saturday or Sunday. But it's kind of hard to tell with leftovers, too, because if you're eating leftovers or whatever.
Yeah. Well, when you make the chili, you got to let me know, and then I'll make chili after that.
I'll let you know, because I don't make good chili, so that's Teresa's teaching me how.
All right. Yeah, because it's kind of getting, chilly weather out there.
It warmed back up again here. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love it.
We are still cool.
By warm, I mean it's 80.
Oh yeah, no, we've been staying in the 70s here. It's good, but I think the hurricane had something to do with that. So I was like, well, yeah. At least it didn't bring hot weather. That would have sucked. I had a what did I have? I had the All American. It had turkey, ham, and bacon on it. It's really good. So, yeah, that was my Subway adventure.
What is wrong with your rice, Sal? I didn't eat rice for years because one time my mom served me rice with worms in it.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was gross. What's happening to Mousy?
Oh, hang on one second.
Dude, I wish I lived next door to all of you because you all sound like amazing cooks. And you're fun. And we could just do this on someone's patio.
Okay, I think I'm back.
You are back. I can hear you.
Okay.
What happened?
My earphones they died on me. My headset, it died. It was like, nope, we're done. was like, oh no.
I do, but now you're making it sound dirty, Sal. Maybe I don't.
It's like we could just have a big uh potluck, and I can just go get a bunch of Subway sandwiches until I can cook again.
Yeah, see,
Slightly.
we need the recipe stream. I gotta do it.
Yes, we have to do that. We definitely need a recipe stream.
I know Grace Case gave me a great idea too. She said you can do theme nights. And as much as I'm like, that's great in theory, but I feel like we would do the theme for like the first 5 minutes and then we'd just veer off and talk about whatever food we wanted. Oh,
Yeah.
dirty rice. I'm slow on the uptake. I am slow on the uptake. I didn't get that at all. Sal, you've got to train me more.
Yeah. If we tried themes, it would not last, but it might we might get 15 minutes. I'll give us a little bit of benefit. We might make it 15 minutes. The recipe stream, however, I think we could probably roll with that the whole stream.
You think?
Everyone likes to talk about food.
Well, that's what, because Grace Case is like you could do theme nights for the food.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
said,
yeah. I think we would fall off the theme.
I know. I mean, it's great in theory. I actually really loved it. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, would we? Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I do need to get some good cake recipes, like because it's been forever since I've just baked I have a German chocolate cake recipe, right? But I need like a basic cake recipe to make a cake because I'm gonna try to make a big cake and then a miniature version of it. See how that works.
You didn't like my cake recipe?
Well, you mean the muffin recipe?
It's a cake recipe. You can make it in a cake pan.
Well, that's true. I do like that one. I have tried that. That is, I should try that and see if it works on the mini level. Um, because like I was gonna try to get like the little miniature egg and stuff, and whisk up a little, try to do like the little cooking guys do, but I don't even have the tools they have. I don't even know where you would find an actual little like 2-inch knife that actually is a knife that works.
It sounds like
where
a
do
very
you find
expensive
that?
startup. Teresa, that's a sandwich I get too.
That's the one my husband gets. I
I
think
also
that's
get
actually
black pepper on it.
yeah, that's exactly what he got tonight. And my kiddo, my youngest kiddo, always gets the tuna sub. It's like I could have made tuna salad at home. It's like no,
Yeah,
I wanted a Subway tuna. I'm like, we don't even need to talk about if that's really tuna or not, but
it's not.
okay.
I'm sure of it.
It's like, the imitation crab is actually fish. Like, my kid loves that stuff too. So
You're like, don't order tuna out.
I was like, come on, anything but tuna
That's like ordering oatmeal in a restaurant. That's just dumb.
or a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. You're like, that oatmeal cost them 2 cents. And you're paying like $8.99 for it. Stop
Yeah.
it. Order something else. I mean, getting breakfast out, first of all, is delicious. But second of all, is a total ripoff. And sometimes I get like, I'm like, why? Like, I have one friend where we meet for breakfast. And I'm like, why do we do this? I mean, it's not crazy expensive, but also for breakfast, it is. I mean, that's like the least expensive meal to make besides tuna salad.
It's like, I can go to the store and get like a dozen eggs for like $1.29 and feed the whole house.
Exactly. And then you're like, I will go to a restaurant and pay $7.99 for that. It's so dumb.
Yeah. It's like, and once I learned that when I was like way younger, that's when I started cooking because I was like, you know what, I am throwing away way too much money. And yeah, I had to stop throwing the money away. I was like, I can go learn how to make my own steak and, not pay $40 for, steak and be way happier.
Steak that isn't as good as like steak that you make.
Yeah. Because yeah, like when I grill my own steaks, they're like way better than any steak I've ever gotten at a restaurant.
Exactly.
And see, people think my kids are weird because like they eat medium rare steaks, and most kids will be like, no, I want a well done steak. It's like, you don't eat a steak well done. Well, I mean, some people can. That's up to you. You eat your steak however you want to. It's just I was always forced as a child to eat a well done steak. So, you know,
I'm a rare steak eater.
I
But people
used
don't believe you. And I always know it's a good restaurant when they say, our rare is really rare. And I'm like, good, I'll take it. That's what I want. When they warn you about it.
yeah, um, and I think that's why I started getting like medium rare, or even like sometimes you have to order a rare to get a medium rare.
Well, exactly. Most places, when you order rare, they give you medium rare.
Yeah,
But I like rare, rare. Like where it's like,
still bloody.
it's not bloody, that's just water. But it's still, like, it's still a little cold, even,
Yeah,
where they're like, okay, it's cooked. And I'm like,
yeah, like they
yes,
just charred it. That
yep,
there you
yes. Dirty Uncle Salt. That is what I want. Like, walk the cow up to my table.
go.
I'll take a bite out of it. One time I made steaks for friends of mine, and I cooked it to my preference, and they were horrified. But then they didn't want to tell me that it wasn't cooked enough for them. And I was like, guys, it's steak. Like, I'm not going to get offended when you want it cooked more. Also, I'm going to eat mine now. They just looked disgusted the whole time. They're like, I can't believe that's like literally raw. I'm like, it's fantastic.
And it's like, if that's why I always like keep my grill going outside. Because when I'm cooking, I'm like, if you don't like how I've done it, we can throw it back on. It's still hot out there.
Nikki, you're a rare eater too? I'm like, I love it. I don't know why. And burgers too. One time I made a burger at my house, and it was like still raw, I think. Like I mean, it was delicious, but after I ate it, I'm like, that was maybe too raw. Like, I hope I don't get sick. I mean, I don't think I will.
Well, see, when I want like a burger and I want to still cook it kind of rare, what I do is I go and I buy like a steak that day, or just sirloin or some, it doesn't have to be like a good, like it can be the cheaper cuts, whatever. But you come home and you bring it and you put it in your food processor, right? And you blend that bad boy up, and then you cook it the same day, and then you can cook it any way you want it, and it won't kill you.
See,
Okay,
I
it
get
might,
my
but
meat from the butcher shop, so same thing.
yeah. So see, it should have been fine if you didn't cook it like, because he should have ground that meat that morning. So should have been good. My kids get kind of upset with me because there's a guy down the road that I'll get meat from because he does livestock. He's a livestock farmer, like cows and chickens and stuff like that. And I'll drive by there and like the cows will be out at the pasture, right? And I'll be like, "Yay, dinner!" they're like, Mom, don't do that. That's so wrong. I was like, but that's what they're for. They're to eat.
Well, they are to eat.
Yeah, there's some good looking cows. He's got like a bunch of them out there right now. I was like, man, I want to buy half a cow.
Dude, everybody in chat likes their steak medium or more cooked.
Yeah, see,
Interesting.
I really like um I if it's over medium rare, no, I'm good. Can't do it. It's just it's too done. And it's mostly because I was forced not to have a choice of how I wanted my steak. So now it's like if I got to choose, I'm not going over medium well
Hey guys, I can eat
or
right
medium rare.
before you. Mousy and I'll take round one of dinner.
Yes.
And yours will be ready when we finish. And Teresa the maniac's like, no, I want oatmeal. We're talking about steak, Teresa. You choose oatmeal?
Yeah, but like if it's for breakfast, like oatmeal is going to be the quickest option next to a bowl of cold cereal. So
I don't really like oatmeal, but I eat it because it's easy to make.
and it's they have the high protein, high fiber one now, so that's like a good choice.
And I mean, you can just throw whatever you have in it, and I mean, it's filling.
I got on the whole overnight oat kick for a while during the pandemic, where it was like, you know what, I'm gonna start making that and just throw like my leftover fruit in there because I would cut up like a bunch of fruit and I was like trying to snack better, and so I had like fruit that I was just like it was going bad before I could finish it all. So I started making overnight oats with it, and then I was like, I got so burned out on it because I was like eating it every day. I
That's
was
what
like,
I
that's
do.
too
I
much.
I'll eat the same thing and then be like, I love this. And then one day you're like, I hate this. And then you
Hmm.
have to wait like a full year and then you come back around and you're like, why don't I make this more often? It's fantastic.
It's like a revolving cycle. Like
It totally
it's like you
is.
eat the heck out of it, and then you're like, oh god, I can't touch this anymore. Like no, no more of this. I do that with peanut butter cookies too, and then my dog gets really sad, and Ari's like, but I really like peanut butter cookies. She's like, will you make peanut butter cookies? Like I can almost see her looking at me whenever I grab the peanut butter to make like a peanut butter sandwich. It's like, are you making cookies? Because I'll make her, peanut butter dog treats, but don't put all the sugar and stuff in it. And it's like it looks like a peanut butter cookie. It you could probably eat it the same as a peanut butter cookie. It's just not going to be as sweet. I mean, there's nothing other than peanut butter and a little bit of flour in it, and you know. So, but yeah, she's like all looking at me with her big old brown little doggy eyes, like let's eat some cookies. And I'm like, no, I'm making a peanut butter sandwich. She's like, I hate you. Goes and walks away. I thought I was getting a cookie.
Dude, I just looked up the maximum speed of a cow because I was like, I think I could chase a cow down. But spoiler alert, it is 25 miles per hour. So that cow would outrun me by a fair amount.
We could get an e-bike and chase it down.
No.
An electric scooter, a golf cart. I
Because
think
at
those go
first I'm like, you
25.
can just walk right up to cows, you know.
Just if they're coming at you, move. They weigh a lot more than we do.
But I guess if they know you want to take a bite out of them.
Yeah, if you're trying to take like an active bite out of them, they might be like, "Get away from me, person."
Teresa. You're a dirty bird.
Sorry, I had to cough. I didn't want to like start coughing on everyone.
That's the worst. Have you ever like tried to hold your cough and you're like, I can't find the mute button?
I was trying not to cough and laugh at the same time. I was like, oh God, this hurts. Oh, that was funny.
I'm like, we can't talk about what Teresa's talking about.
Like, I can't even think about that for like 4 more weeks, okay?
Well, it is a different area, Mousy, so
Well, yeah, I
maybe you
guess it
could think
is.
about it.
But, you know, I still have incisions and like, I don't want those torn open. Oh God, I get that. Oh, the images. No.
Then you could be on that show. Sex sent me to the ER.
And it really did this time. They'd be like, weren't you told not to do anything for 8 weeks? I was like, well, we thought it was a different hole, so it wouldn't matter.
Everyone watching is like, oh, so stupid.
And like, I don't understand how many people get like, don't think about the suction with like soda bottles and then end up getting them stuck in places. It's like, you know, it's bound to happen. You know, like put a cap on it. Don't just take the cap off. Jeez. Don't you think?
Well, I think of all the things you can put up there, a soda bottle is not one of my even top 10 choices.
You need a lot of lube. And to be really desperate.
And a lot of alcohol.
And a lot of alcohol. Oh.
You can't just start talking dirty and then peace out, Teresa. Give us more to work with.
We can start talking about the sex shop I used to work at.
Tell us the best story you have from there.
Oh man, I have quite a few.
What's the weirdest thing you ever sold?
Oh, it was totally the inflatable sheep.
To somebody who really wanted it for...
Yeah, not for like a bachelor party. Oh, and on the box it said she's been a bad girl. Oh, and there were holes. There were holes.
And you could do... You're like...
And the guy bought lube. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I need a new job. I can't. I got desensitized real quick from that job.
I mean...
Oh. And if I ever see VCR head cleaner ever again, oh my God. Oh, that stuff is so awful.
Go on.
Okay, so, you know, back in the day when we had VCRs and they had heads on them, you know, and you had to clean the VCR head cleaners.
Yes, well, VCR head cleaner.
Yes,
so
and there's actually
VCRs with heads.
Okay, so there's a cleaner that you can purchase for those, but see, sex shops sell them because apparently it's used as an inhalant, and yeah, it supposedly relaxes everything if you're a guy.
Oh, a popper?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, women use those too.
Yeah. Yeah, we sold those. We sold a lot of stuff that was like very questionable items. And then we sold the life. We had this one lifelike sex doll that we sold, and she was made in Japan, and her skin was like that latexy, like silicone-y skin stuff. So it felt like skin. It was very weird. But the only thing like I didn't understand is she was stuck in this one crouching position. I was like, you can't even like hide that like a mannequin or something. It's like you could put like lingerie on her, but you know, she's still spread wide open.
Oh, well, you could do like missionary or doggy style, I suppose.
Yeah. Yep. And
No, I guess you could do. I'm like, no, you could do a lot more.
I'm sure there's ways you could, hang her upside down or something, I don't know.
I mean, she could ride you.
Yeah, she could probably
I
do
mean,
that
you're
too.
still doing all the work, but I guess you know that going in.
Oh, and she was heavy. Like, she weighed a good, like, 90 pounds. So, like, it was like dead weight too. I'm like, man, this would not be fun. And then the way she came packaged was like she had this plastic case around her, right? So the previous manager, yes, her face was exactly like that, Teresa. And exactly like that. But they decided to take the plastic cover of her off, right? So everyone in their dirty little grubby hands was like touching her and like feeling her hair. So this poor girl looked like she's like got, handprints all over her. And I'm like, no one's ever buying this thing. This thing's like a $1,500 sex doll, and we are never selling it. And we didn't. I think she's still up there.
Why didn't you clean her?
We tried, but we didn't know how. We tried like the toy cleaner, and that helped, but like this stuff had been sitting on there a while. And I think because they burned so much incense in the store, the oil like did something to it and like just grabbed a hold of dust and everything. It was awful. I was like, can we like damage this thing out and get a new one? Like, this thing cost $1,500. I was like, I didn't take it out of the case. That wasn't my idea.
It's like those statues where all people's hand oil, you can tell where they've touched them, and it's always on like the genitals.
Yeah, it's like, what? I was like, I get we're in the store, but come on, there's other things we have here you can touch, okay? And we had to put batteries in everything and make sure it worked before they walked out the store. Everything, including the 2 foot long vibrator we sold.
Well, yeah, but would you rather them return something because it didn't work?
Oh, well, see, that was the beauty of it. The minute you walked out the door, no returns. Don't even think about it, because we ain't taking it back. Oops. I dropped my earbuds. Oh, no.
I'm still laughing at Teresa's chat, that little face. I'll never see him the same again.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, that at least we had that one rule that was like strict. Like, it leaves, you didn't test it, that's on you.
I mean, that really is on you.
Yeah, because I mean, it said, we will gladly pop the batteries in it, and if anyone asks to see, and that was another thing that kind of blew my mind about the whole situation, right? In the state of Georgia, you can't sell a sex toy, right? As a sex toy, it has to be as like a novelty item, right? The only person that can tell you how it works and how to use it is a doctor. And then people would like come up and they would be like, what do I do with this one? And I'm like, okay, well, what section did you pick that up at? And they're like, the anal section. I was like, bingo. There you go.
Can I interest you in any of this VCR head cleaner?
Yes, it was like, would you like some of this too?
I know, 2 feet long, Teresa, I would be like, back it up. No, thank you to that.
Oh man, and then there was one time where we got these ones in, and one looked like a carrot, and it was probably 24 inches also. And then we also had a corn on the cob.
Did you ever take stuff home and then you're like, if I had a sex shop, I would be like, employee recommended, like they do at the library.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that was the beauty of it. We could get everything if we wanted to purchase it. If we went to the warehouse, you could buy it at cost. So in store, like something was $59, but if you went to the warehouse, you got it for $5.99.
Nice.
Like the markup was like 1,000% in the store. It was crazy.
I mean, we'll pay it.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, and then every sale we got that was $100 or more, we got a 10% commission on.
Therese is cracking me up with her little
We
emojis.
only had to put the batteries in it. We did not have to show anyone how it actually worked. I wasn't going that far. And at least we weren't one of the set shops that had like the little movie rooms in it. Because
Yeah.
oh my god, those like okay, like there's when I was working at the one I worked at, there were like three major set shops in the area. One was called Insurrection, and one was New York Video. And Insurrection was like way overpriced, but they had those little video rooms, and the employees had to go and clean up afterwards. And I'm like, oh no, you couldn't pay me enough. You could not pay me enough. And the first, because I worked at three different stores that were in the chain. The first one I worked was in Stone Mountain, Georgia. The second one was off of Fulton Industrial, and Fulton Industrial is known because it's like the bad part of town, like it's where all the prostitutes are.
So did you have the customers like, just go ask those ladies on the curb?
Yeah, it's like, you know what, if you need to talk to someone, those girls out there got all the advice for you. But on top of the all the prostitutes that were on Fulton Industrial, you also had the sex, there were the swingers clubs. And like we would have couples coming in to get like condoms and energy pills and all kinds of stuff, extra lube. It's like, oh my boy, oh Lord. I was like, what did I sign up when I started working here? Like, why did I do this to myself? No. Yep. I was like, my little narrow brain like got ripped wide open. I was like, well, I know what that's for now. So yeah, it was fun. And Brian worked, my husband, he worked in the video department. So that was great.
Did you feel randy when you got off work a lot?
No, not so much. I was mostly tired because I'd always end up working double shifts. But we did have like a nice little collection of things by the time we, no longer both worked there. We had
Heck yeah.
We had like a big toy box. Like literally a big old toy box. So that was fun. But so I really can't wait to heal up because it's been a while. It's time for little Mousy to be not so sad and mopey anymore.
Just a few more weeks.
Maybe
you should hit up that shop.
No. Then I'm thinking we could go like I was going to take a video down Fulton Industrial because I have a few friends that work at the strip clubs that are on there. It's also got like 5 strip clubs on the road too. But I was thinking about taking videos down there and like showing where I used to work. I mean, like, this was actually pretty fun to work down here. And out of all the places I worked, that was the only place that I worked and I really didn't feel like I was going to get mugged at the end of my shift. Everywhere else, I was kind of scared.
That's terrible.
I know. It's like all the other places were like, they was like really bad. And, but that one was actually pretty decent. So. Yeah, Sal, come on. You should say it now.
Yeah, just say it. Say it,
just
Sal.
Spit it out.
Talk dirty to me. I say in a not sexy, like dumb voice. Talk dirty to me. So stupid.
No, I hear Mickey Mouse saying it. No. Oh, poor Mickey.
It's really like very interesting to have this conversation because if we were not on the internet, it would be so different. Because I'm like, probably don't say that.
Yeah, being very filtered right now.
I know.
Even though it's a very, topic, still being very filtered right now.
Like, I feel like a prude because I'm like, well, I can't say any words or anything.
Sal's gonna post your peppers. I want to see them peppers, Sal. Oh, okay, y'all. It's been an hour, and my sides hurt, and my poor little incision hurts. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, I do feel better. I needed to get it out.
I need more of Teresa's emoji work.
Yes.
All right. I'll peace out. Thanks for having me. Thanks for streaming.
Oh, thanks for coming, everyone. I appreciate it. Very impromptu. I'll have to do it again.
All right. Good night.
Bye, y'all. Good night. All right, everyone. I'll see y'all later. I'll be streaming in a day or two. Y'all have a good night. Bye.